Cosmos Beloveds, it's me, Lori Ann Spagna, here with you today to chat briefly about the topic area of your soul's agenda. So many people don't always realize that what's going on in the physical world right now is that our soul's agenda is taking precedence over our physical experience. So why is that? What are we going to talk about with this? Because I really hope this will be helpful and enlightening to people. So how I've learned this is through my own life. I've dedicated myself to this for over 20 years, and how I've realized, I've come into the recognition, the realization that the soul's agenda will always override the human identity's desires. So each of us came here to this physical world at this time for our own journey of awakening. And so if the soul's agenda, for example, in this lifetime is to simply have a great experience and sit by the beach and travel around the world and not necessarily do any progress in their soul's work because they're sort of taking a vacation this lifetime, those people's lives will look really wonderful to the physical world, but really their soul isn't necessarily making any real progress in this lifetime. And whereas for many people and most of us, and if you're watching this video, chances are you're one of the star seeds or light workers who came here to make a huge amount of progress in this lifetime. And your soul's agenda is asking and requiring that you take the time to address the issues that you came here to address so that you can have, do, be, heal, achieve, experience that which you truly desire. However, addressing those issues that the soul is desiring for you to address can be quite challenging. And so that's why so many highly sensitive beings and courageous souls like us sign up for these really challenging, difficult opportunities for expansion and soul growth, right? And then there's no way we can kind of miss these things because they show up in our face, in our experience over and over again. But the thing is that as long as we're aligning with what the soul desires, those challenges, those difficult times, those difficult situations, those are the very things that the soul wants us to address and heal and resolve so that we can have the life experiences that we truly desire. And of course, because there's a monumental global cosmic awakening going on, not just planet Earth, but through all that exists, really, ultimately, that this awakening, this evolution, this jump in evolution that we're going through is really escalated. It's the time that the awakening souls like us, the seekers, the ones who are truly courageous in our journey, who really want to progress with massive leaps and bounds, that's why we're in so many cases being, challenged. And why these things are coming up, because our souls, the soul journey wants to progress. And so the issues that come up in our face that feel like it's so hard or so challenging, that push us to our own personal limits. And we're looking at other people. A lot of times, this is such a common thing for star seeds and light workers. We're looking at other people in the world and we're saying, like, how come they have it so easy? Why is it so easy? Well, maybe their soul's taking a vacation this lifetime, or they just didn't sign up to make as much soul progress in this lifetime. And remember, while we perceive our lifetime, which right now is somewhere, in the lifespan, typically between, 60, 80, 100 years for the average person, sometimes longer, especially if you live in the Himalayan mountains, you could be 300 or 400. That's real. But regardless, as we clean up our aging programs and our DNA, that's another topic. We are definitely extending our potential life and our ability to recognize that aging is unconscious programming. But regardless, my point is, not to get too off track here, my point is that what our souls are demanding of us, it's requiring this amount of very intense, very progressed work that's requiring us to do a lot of this inner work that perhaps makes it seem like someone out there's got it a lot easier. And why is it so challenging and hard? It's because we didn't want to miss this. We wanted to really make the progress. And this this lifetime that seems to be like, 60 to 100 years or whatever it is, seems like that's all we've got. But in reality, it's just a blip in the infinite of our existence, of our soul's progress. So our soul is using this lifetime to make great progress, monumental leaps and bounds forward. And some of those things in the materialistic world are just not, in the physical world, are just not as important when the soul really wants to progress. But here's the great news about it, and I know I am living proof of this, is that as we do that soul work, as we come more into alignment with the soul's agenda, which is really our agenda, and as we align more wholly and completely with our divine source, and everything in our energy field, our whole energy field, comes into divine alignment, that what happens is the physical world, so to speak, no longer has to distract us. And at the same time, we are greatly rewarded in the physical world. So we end up having and experiencing great achievements and accomplishments that we didn't think were possible for us. So for example, right now I'm living in a beautiful home in Florida that I love so much, just a few minutes from the beach with my own private swimming pool. I never thought that was possible for me 20 years ago when I was living in Los Angeles, and I was like in a little, 600 square foot apartment that was just horrible. Like I shouldn't have been living there. But that's where my soul was at that time, before I had done all the work on my inner journey. Now this life has transformed for me, that experience. Another great experience, another great example is that more than 20 years ago, I was working in corporate America. I lovingly referred to myself back then as a good slave. I was so miserable in corporate America, and I was engaging in all kinds of unhealthy behaviors and smoking and drinking and overeating and overspending and just all kinds of unhealthy behaviors. But I was so miserable, right? And as soon as I got more rightly aligned with my true divine mission and purpose, which is to serve the light and to be here to assist other humans and animals in their journey, and that's what I've been doing for the past 20 years, like my whole career, my way I spend my days completely transformed. And in addition to that, I've been really supported energetically as I continue with this work. And my own journey has progressed so much. So what I'm saying is that as we align, and by the way, all those things, they completely, that like the moment I stepped out of that part of my life and started coming into alignment with, being of service through the way that I do it now, as a healer, as an intuitive, as a light worker, as a coach, as a mentor, as a teacher, as a guide to others, both humans and animals. As soon as I stepped into that, all those old behaviors, they just stopped. It wasn't like I had to struggle through. I tried to quit smoking for 20 years. I couldn't quit. And then the moment I shifted, it was like, I don't need this. I don't want this. Same thing with the drinking. I was drinking so excessively, but the moment I shifted, it was like, I don't want this. Not that I can't have it. I just don't want it. It's not interesting to me anymore. It's not enjoyable anymore. Same with the spending. It's like all the materialistic stuff. I have wonderful things now, but the materialistic stuff became so unimportant because it just wasn't where my fulfillment was. You see, we get more fulfilled when we align with the soul's journey, when we choose to align ourselves with what the soul truly desires. And if you're like me and you have a lot of those challenging things that you have to work on, where it's not all easy, and a lot of people in the external world don't necessarily see the bright light that really is within you, that's wanting to blossom and come out, but you have to work with these aspects of yourself that are just either self-sabotaging you or keeping you stuck or keeping you small or somehow keeping you limited or somehow interfering with what you're meant to bring forward here, or self-sabotaging patterns or behaviors like smoking or drinking or excessive spending or whatever it might be. Those are there for your soul's journey to progress, so you can resolve those kinds of issues and then come into alignment with what you're truly meant to do, be, have, heal, achieve, experience, reveal, resolve, whatever it is unique for you. And I will tell you, those things are your dreams come true, your dreams fulfilled, your greatest and best life the part of you that falls in love with yourself, your life, and your experience, because you resolved all those issues that, yeah, it seems like it sucks along the journey, but those are your gifts. Those are your treasures waiting to be unlocked and revealed. So I hope this is helpful to you. And so one of the things I want to do on this channel that I've been saying for now, I'm starting to really want to do, is to help people to resolve those issues and to help them come into alignment more. So tell me, what are the things, the challenges, the obstacles you're working on? What are the issues that you would like healing on? So that what I'd like to do every week is release, in addition to the talking video, is a short healing video where we can get to those issues, because they're just energy, they're just desires that the soul wants to resolve. And one of my great gifts I've come to realize through my own journey is the ability to get right to the root of it really fast, as an intuitive, as an empath, as a sensitive, as a channel, as a healer, you know, as a messenger of the divine, and really bringing forward consciousness for the collective and for awakening beings like you, really courageous seekers who want to heal and resolve their issues. I can get to it really fast. So put in the comments below, let me know what you want to address, heal, and resolve. And I will do my best to create weekly videos on this channel addressing those for you, where we can really lift them, because this is the time for humanity where we're really meant to really be free of these things and liberate ourselves from them and come into alignment with the true divinity that we are, so that we can move forward into this golden age that we've been all talking about and dreaming about, and so that we can progress in a very accelerated way, with grace at the same time, with ease, with benevolence, with love, with joy, and to reveal the joy and the love that we truly are, and to bring that forward into the physical world, into the collective. This is the time. This is what we're here for. So please do put that in the comments below. Also, if you want to work with me more directly, please know over at LoriSpagna.com. I'm so excited. I've been working on this for years, and finally it's coming together. I'm launching and I'm making available a sacred mentorship with me. And what that is it's a program where we will literally work on healing and resolving, addressing whatever our issues are, and also bringing out the divinity that we are, really revealing who we truly are. And at the same time, cultivating all of our greatest gifts, our abilities to be intuitives, empaths, sensitives, light workers, healers, channelers, animal communicators, whatever it is that is really wanting to come through us, our gifts from the divine that are really scripted in our DNA and are available to us once we start to work with them, cultivate them, and develop ourselves, so that we can bring this forward into the world for ourselves, for one another. I am so excited about this. You can head over to LoriSpagna.com and learn more about the sacred mentorship. Once a year, I also offer a mentorship for all the spiritually minded animal lovers who are passionate and courageous about helping the animals. So you can learn more about that over there too. That's the sacred mentorship for animal lovers. It is very exciting because we'll be working directly with the animals, helping the animals to bring forward what they're here to bring forward as messengers and healers for humanity and for the humans they live with. So we'll be learning and working with animal communication, telepathy, energy healing for animals. That's in the sacred mentorship. I do that once a year. So be on the lookout for that as well. It's all at LoriSpagna.com. And in the meantime, subscribe to the channel. Let me know how you like this. Give me some feedback. I'd love to hear from you, especially about what you want healing on. And yeah, please do share it as well. Okay, in the meantime, I'm going to send you so much love. Be on the lookout for this week's healings, meditations, and videos, because I'll make sure I get those posted every week as well. And until then, I'm sending you so much love. I'm wishing you your most benevolent best. Farewell for now. Bye-bye.